Hello, everyone, and welcome to Judy's Mind Body. And today we're going to start with Qigong, breath, moving forward and back, and various other Qigong items. So prepare yourself, have your water nearby, make sure that you can get to it and reach it. You might want to take a drink right now because we're going to begin with Qigong. And I teach breathing with this. Taking a deep breath in, bring their arms out in a big circle and bring them down slowly. Exhaling all the way down, inhaling all the way up. You could also do this seated if you like. If you are going to be seated, you would simply come to the front of your stool or chair and do the same thing. And this is triple burner. Inhaling up, exhaling slowly down, preparing for the relaxation response of these beautiful Qigong moves. Triple burner comes through 3 Dan Tians, or energy centers. The third is the head. The second is the heart and lungs. And the third is this one. It actually goes 3, 2, 1, because 1 is your primary for Tai Chi. You move from the abdomen. And after a number of these, perhaps 9 triple burners, your head really doesn't respond any other way than from the abdomen. So you want to inhale here and exhale slowly down. And one more. Beautiful. That was triple burner. That went out this way and came down through the center. The next one we have is Buddha picks up the earth. You start up here. You inhale first with your arms above your head here, and you're going to exhale down and inhale up through the central body. And then turn the palms upside down and exhale here. Buddha picks up the earth is the ancient name for this move. Inhaling, exhaling, sending the earth up into the sky, and then returning towards the earth to exhale. Two more. And last one, Buddha picks up the earth. Send the earth into the sky. Where it's raining today in San Francisco, feel that slow exhale of the rain and come back to center. Beautiful. If you're seated, you might want to pound your heels a little bit. If you're standing, you might want to do something like this. Let's go up, holding onto your stool. Come back down. Send the energy back to the heels. Inhale through the center and come forward to the balls of the feet. Very slowly exercising your up-down weight shift. Very similar to what we have in Tai Chi Cha, our first move, rocking motion. And yes, if you don't need the stool, you could actually do something like this. Play with it with one hand. And then possibly with the other hand. Coming forward and up, coming back and down towards your heels. And now just rock forward and back, holding onto your stool or not, which would be rocking motion. And notice the figure 8 that we have in it. And let's go on back to our stool. We're going to do a side-to-side weight shift, placing your thumbs on your hip bones, come across this way, and then come across this way. If you'd like to use the top of the stool, you can slide and slide and see if you can stay level while one knee bends, the other straightens, and then the opposite happens. The stool is a really good access point. You can use a chair, I mean, or you could use a wall. So here, if I use a wall, I could come across and slide back on this shelf. And I'm doing a side-to-side weight shift. One knee will bend over here, the other will straighten over there. I come over this way, this knee bends, and that leg straightens. Whichever way you move, this way, for example, that knee bends, the back leg is straight. Now this way, this knee bends, and the back leg is straight. So you're coming across the wall. Think if you have a big circle of flowers on your head, you want to make sure that you're staying up and down straight, right? Otherwise, the flowers are going to dip. So we want to really work on these weight shifts so that we feel that we could carry a whole bucket here. Beautiful. Okay, so there's many ways you can work with Qigong, but you can certainly play with the idea of the stool. Let's go from that now to a forward back weight shift. So placing your hand on your stool, whatever leg is going to be forward, we're going to make it your right leg. So we're going to shift towards the stool, release, you can hold on here for the stool, release the other leg right up, and then drop the heel, and we'll walk forward one step and back one step. Shifting towards the front of the foot, shifting towards the back of the foot. Noticing what happens here when this leg becomes yan, it's slightly bent. And then when the other leg becomes yan, it's bent, this one's straight. So they're always opposites. Let's go to the opposite side of the stool. Or you can imagine you have one. Sink down, shift over this way, release your left leg, just the heel, and come forward, bending this front knee, straightening the back, come back, releasing the toe in front. This leg is now straight. When you come forward, the heel in the back lifts and the leg almost becomes straight. When you come back, the toe in the front lifts and the back foot is bent, back leg. Okay, we're going to do this number here, Buddhist walking meditation. So with your hands on your hips, shift towards your left, release your left heel, your right heel, and come into the heel, middle of the foot, front of the foot, and then switch to the other leg. Buddhist walking meditation or Tai Chi walk. Good. And see if we can really feel the length of the spine here. And now come back with your other foot, toe to heel, toe to heel. And theoretically, we should always be moving forward, heel to toe. So sink down. We're going to shift this time to the right and bring the left heel forward and maybe hold the palms behind you and send the shoulders down. That way you're not breathing too high. Good. Now we're going to go back. Ready? Toe to heel. Very slowly feeling the center point too, because the center point is your bubbling spring or well in Tai Chi. Very nice. Okay, let's inhale here. Go back to a couple of triple burners. Buddha picks up the earth. Start high, start moving low on the exhale. Up through the center on the inhale. Turn it up and send it into the sky on your exhale. Beautiful. Heaven and earth. One hand moves up the length of the spine. You can release that back foot over here if you like. And this hand comes down and then you can center it. Kind of looks like the Statue of Liberty. Inhale, center, and send this palm straight up and the other one straight down. Heaven and earth lengthens the spine, opens the rib cage. Back to the center on the inhale, and then up again and down again. Feel the wonderful force of that without it being forceful. Everything is still soft. It's just so dynamic. And back to center for the accordion, expanding the ribs, feet in a V, rider on horse position. Here you would be riding over the Mongolian plains and then bringing the energy into your heels. Good. Open up, inhale. And exhale. You are the accordion. It's as if you yourself were not only the player of the accordion, but could feel the expansion of it on the inhale and the contraction of it on the exhale as you play music. I don't know what it would be, but if you try to speak, you find you run out of words. Right about there. Slowly breathe out. Slowly breathe in. On your expansion and contraction. And now let's do 10 groundings. Exhale towards the earth. Inhale towards the heart. Exhale towards the earth. Inhale towards the head. Exhale towards the earth, even farther down this time. And now inhale all the way up to the sky. Slowly exhale down. And this time when you inhale up, turn the palms up with it. And then open. One more. Turn the palms all the way up, all the way just up to the sun that we hope will come out, and then exhale down. And then a primary Qigong move, shake it all out. Start the shake from the feet, move it up through the knees, bring it up through the hips, bring it up to the chest, bring it up to the hands, and just shake yourself all the way out. Good, because the next thing we have is the propeller. Think early airplanes. Inhale. And as you exhale, feel the spinal twist. Use your vision to see yourself move one way on the exhale, inhaling center, and then exhaling as you twist to the opposite side. And come back to center after the last twist here. And release down. Picking up a feather and letting it go. Bring the thumb and the forefinger together. Watch it come all the way up that feather. And then as you drop it, flatten the palm on the exhale. And watch it come up your wall here. Like you're going to paint down through the air, flatten the palm. And one more of picking up a feather and letting it go on this side. And then coming to the other side, same thing. Let the heel go here in the back. It'll make it easier. You want to extend that back leg. And with your feet in an open V or rider on horse position, you should be pretty stable here. Even as you paint the air as if you were painting the wall. And come back to center and shake it out. The owl is a beautiful transition from here. So as you bring your palms together and bring the knuckles here, your third finger down towards the earth, let the shoulder blades connect almost in back. And now if you're the owl in the tree and you're going to look over slowly to your right on your inhale and exhale as you turn the head and the shoulder back here and the hip. Come back to center with all your wings and little fat body and turn to the other side. Surveying all over the world there, all your world in the park. Are there any mice? That's a good question. I see one up there on that hill. I'll get it later because right now I'm just interested in waking up. The owl comes back to the center. And the next thing we have is a little aerobic stuff. So let's gonna shift for knocking at the gates, tapping at your buttocks first, and letting yourself shift from side to side, releasing the back heel so that the ankle, the knee, and the hip always are connected. Good, that's just the buttocks now. Now we're gonna move up to the kidneys. We're tapping back here, right above the waist. And we're doing a spinal twist at the same time, which the owl taught us. Now we're gonna move up to the lung points right here. And now we're gonna come back to center. Inhale, ground it, and prepare for the fountain. Inhaling all the way up here, you're gonna prepare to fold forward from the hips on your exhale. And then release all the way down to touch your toes or not, just to dangle there is fine. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. Make sure you're comfortable. And then inhale up. And here's the fountain. You can say, aha, if you like. Inhale and exhale down, only if you can make noise in your house. Bring the backs of the palms together for the fountain. Come up. Fold forward from the hips, flat back, and then round when you get about halfway. That's pretty safe. Good. Backs of the palms together. And back down to ground. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, resting on globes of energy a moment here. The next we will be to do our head rolls. You're going to bring your chin to your chest. Exhale, your right ear to your right shoulder and around to your left ear with your left shoulder. I am mirroring you, so it should be that we're going the same direction, but don't worry about it if you're not. Just always make sure you do circles both ways. That was 3. Now we're going to go back the other way. Left, up, right, down. Breathe in, breathe out. Make sure the breath is always there. It can be a soft breath from the nostrils. It can be the Qigong breath where you open both the mouth and the nostrils and the belly. Whatever's good for you. That was 4. Come back to center. Shoulders. Inhale forward, up, back and down. Feel the shoulder blades roll down the back. Here's your inhale. Here's your exhale as those shoulder blades right here fold down the back. You should be able to feel that energy move all the way to your Ming Men, which is your low spine here. Good. Let's go the opposite direction. Back, up, forward and down. Now we sort of close in the chest. Now we open it here and close it. And your fingers are sliding around the tops of your arms. Good. And we'll finish with forward, up, and back. So we really feel the shoulder blades come down the back here and open up the chest. Chest needs to be open. Shake it out. Arms in a T. Circling forward with the palms. The elbows relaxed, not locked. And the shoulders. Doesn't have to go high. It just needs to be realizing that we're holding something that's fairly heavy here, those arms out. So we really don't want to lock the central point of the elbow. And then go the opposite direction. Beautiful. Shake it out from the bottom up. Swimming motions, the crawl stroke. You can let those feet move like you're a mermaid or a merman. Let the heel go. Slide on the balls of the feet. It's a fairly big crawl stroke, but it's opening up the whole body here. Good. Now we're going to go backstroke. You better become more into rider on horse here with your feet in a V. And breaststroke. Inhale. Blow out. Use your American Lung Association breath. Exhale. Inhale. Good. And shake it out again. That's using a lot of breath there. All right, now we're going to do the wrist circles. So bring the elbows close to the body, but not tight. And just circle the wrists. Your forearms will also be circling because the joints are all connecting. And these are all circles for the joints. So they really do begin to connect everything. Now back. Good. And let it go. And I think the next thing we need to do is hips. So as you come forward with your hips, you come to the right, back, left, forward, and go very slowly initially so that you get all those 4 points of your circle. Right, back, left, forward. Now go the opposite way. The tummy's forward here. Go left, back, right, forward, left, back, right, forward, and one more. Good, and now make it kind of juicy, make it flow. Only if it's good for you. Okay, and the opposite direction. or whatever you didn't do before. Good. We always want to do both clockwise and counterclockwise circles of everything. All right, so now folding forward from the hips, first lengthen through the spine. Place your thumbs on your hip bones, fold forward. This time bring the feet together. Bend the knees a little bit, and then circling right, forward, left, back. Really slowly, because we just want to warm up the joints. We don't want to make everything aerobic here. And then go the opposite direction, left, forward, side, back. Good. Now that you're down, let's slide down the shins here all the way to the heels and come back walking up the legs. Fairly big monster position here of the hands. Good. And now we're going to tap down this right arm for you and the inside of it as well. And now come across the upper chest with your tapping. This is Tarzan. Ah, feel that? Your sternum is there. It's a very powerful position for the voice. Come down this other side. And then up it. It's a gentle pat, but it's important. And now just rub your hands together like it's cold outside and you don't have your mittens. Good. We're going to come down the legs now. So start here at the upper body, fold forward from the hips, come all the way down inside the legs, even to your toes and your ankles, and then outside the legs and come back up. Fold forward from the hips again, same thing. Good. And now let it go. Coming to Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga and Qigong are incredibly related. So you're going to inhale slowly up here. And you're going to come down in prayer, bringing the palms together. All the way down to your abdomen. Feel that center as you exhale. Feel this is your beautiful open inhale. And when the palms come together at the top, it's your prayer that comes down on your exhale all the way to the abdomen. And one more. And come into Tadasana, mountain pose. In the mountain pose, we can feel all of our digits, perhaps. Your thumbs, circle them around. Your second finger, circle it around. Your third fingers, circle them around. Fourth. Fifth. And now shake everything out in that hand. Now start with your feet. Fifth finger and the fifth toe, the little toe are together. So just circle the little finger, and you won't be able to circle your little toe, I don't think, but just feel it and tap it. And now go to your fourth toe and your fourth finger, which is next after the little toe, tapping it. And then your third toe and your third finger and your second toe and your second finger. Oh, I can't do that very well. And then your thumb and your big toe. It's called the grand toe. See if you can at least feel it. So they're all really amazing that they're so similar. Okay, now I want you to do the prayer twist for balance. So this is yoga. Inhale here, you've got a big ball, big bowl. You're going to inhale over to your right, slowly moving this time. Feel the turn from the abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, and then the shoulder and the head. Inhale, center, stabilize your feet here. exhale there. And then bring this bowl over to the other side. Inhaling abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, shoulder, head. And come back to center. And now exhale down to ground. To double ground to the heart. To bring the arms overhead. And then exhale down in prayer. And come to Tadasana, the mountain pose. Lengthen through the spine. Feel your feet. Feel your hands. Let everything go, but feel everything lengthen so that the crown of your head, right at the back of the skull, is lifted up by a feather or a string. And the feet, you can feel the grounding all the way down. And let's end with heaven and earth. Inhale, center. Other side. Inhale, center. And exhale, bringing yourself into globes of energy on either side. The palms are rounded. The fingers are relaxed, making sure they're relaxed. The toes are relaxed. The breath is there. And we'll begin Tai Chi Cha. 19 movements in one pose. Rocking motion. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one of rocking motion. Coming back to center, resting on globes of energy, and just breathing. Double ground it. Triple ground it. And bring it all the way up to the sky. Bird flaps its wings, feet in a V. Breathing in. This is rising. This is sinking when we come to the front of the feet. The knees soften. And the little bird now will learn to fly with one wrist circle forward. Aha. He or she did it. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Release. And on the third one wrist circle forward. And return to lengthen. Last one of bird flaps its wings. Everything is slow, continuous, and right here, circular. Inhale to sink it through the earth and double ground it. I like to return everything to rider on horse position, so the feet are in a V here. Now you're going to shift towards your right to bring your left heel forward. And that left heel will come right out from this hip. The back foot's in a 45-degree angle. Around the platter in chest high water. 9 times on the side. Here you breathe in and expand the belly. Here you breathe out and the energy moves to the back foot. Beautiful. As we move in continuity here together, this is the last one on that side. We move to 9 and then we do a single grounding here. Shift towards the left to release the right heel, which comes right out from this hip. The back foot's 45-degree angle to this front leg. So remember that. All right, we're going to go around here, same thing, around the platter. Feel the breath in on the inhale. Your belly will expand, and as you come back, the belly will contract. Three more on this side of around the platter. Last one. Beautiful. Double ground it. Because we finished the right side. Shift towards your right to bring the left heel forward. Around the platter variation, picking up a ball of energy right here at your left shoulder. And drop it center on the exhale here, sending the energy to the back foot. And everything is slow, continuous, circular, and hopefully moving from the center. Thank you all for coming today. It's wonderful to see you and to play with you. Feel like a little kid. Three more on this side of around the platter variation. Here's the inhale. And here's the last exhale there on that side. Beautiful. Come into rider on horse position with your feet slightly out. Sink the energy into the earth. Shift towards your left. Right there. Bring your right heel forward. Around the platter right side. Three more. Last one. Beautiful. Draw it in. Double ground it. We finished the right side. Be sure you come back to rider on horse position with your feet out a little bit here. It's better grounding. Beautiful. Now we're going to shift to the right here. The whole spine, everything's going to move over here. The left heel will come forward. Bass drum. And the drum is basically right in the center of the body, but it's centered over that front leg, which is your left. Because you essentially shift the energy from one side of the brain to the other. So here's your left side, and here's your right side. And that breath of the exhale there as it comes through the right hemisphere brings you into more of a creative side, but you always start with your left first. That's the logical side. So here's your inhale on the left side of the brain, and here's your exhale on the right side of the brain. We'll call that 6. We got 3 more here of bass drum. The palms are in polarity. There's energy between the central points of the palms, Qigong points. And last one of bass drum on your left. Beautiful. Bring the leg back in. Single grounding. Shift it like you're going to hitchhike here. Over to this left side. Release your right heel. Bass drum. The palms face all the way as you exhale there and inhale through the drum and then over the top of it. And your hips and your elbows are connecting. Nice long breath there. Nice long exhale back. Remember how the bass drum leads the band. You want to really feel those hands moving together around the rim of the drum. And the hips and the elbows seem to also be together here. We're coming into synchronicity. Another powerful concept of Qigong and Tai Chi Cha. And one more here of bass drum on your right side. Inhale that leg back. Come into rider on horse and double ground it. A powerful instrument of the band and a powerful instrument for teaching synchronicity because both hands are doing the same thing all the time. One more all the way up and slowly down. Now we shift towards your right to bring the left heel forward for daughter on the mountaintop. She comes to the top of the mountain. The left hand comes behind. 2 circles intertwining with your left hand close to your own heart. Feel the inhale from the belly. And the exhale from there too, that moves to the lower spine. Feel the power of the breath as it connects with your spine. It's still soft, but there's something so amazing to feel that come all the way through the body. That long exhale. Last one on your left of daughter on the mountaintop. Let's double ground it. It comes to the heart It exhales to the abdomen. Daughter in the valley comes next. Shift over to the right. Bring your left heel forward. Daughter in the valley. Now when you come back, feel the tops of the mountains you just went over. You're at the top of the mountain now, and you're going to come back to come up the mountain trail in the center of the valley. Last one on your left. And to feel this completely, let's go back to daughter on the mountaintop now on your right side. Ready? Daughter on the mountaintop. Your left hand comes still close to the heart. Feel the mountains on either side and this central trail that you're going to come back up next time on your right side. Now you come down the center. And your left hand is close to the heart like it was with the left foot before. Another way to explore the connection of these companion moves. Beautiful. Now we're going to do the whole daughter in the valley. So you're going to start up here on tops of those two mountains. Shift to your right, release your left, and come down through the valley to inhale up. And notice the tops of the mountains this time. Exhale back. And I love to say that in Qigong here, we have all these wonderful shapes. This is actually a heart shape. The tops of the mountains are the tops of the heart. And this long circle down and then up through the center is like the bottom of the heart. One more here. Then we'll do the opposite side. Inhale and exhale. Daughter in the valley, your right side. Shift to the left. Release your right heel. And now you're preparing from the tops of the mountains to come to all the way down on the sides of them and then up through the center on the inhale. And then look back at what you just went over. A trail up and a beautiful view from the top as you exhale back. For daughter in the valley. Connect your breath at the abdomen. Inhale there, exhale back. Bring the abdomen in for the exhale. That sends your breath towards the Ming Men, the low spine, on the exhale. Last one of daughter in the valley. Double ground it. Carry the ball to the side is next. You're going to start over here on your right side. Move 3, 3, and 3. Feet are in a V. Sink. The knees soften. Wind up. Pick up your ball. Let your hip move back here this way. Bring your energy into this leg so that it's now yan. That knee is bent. Release the outside leg. It's straight. It's yin. And shift across. 3 times. Bring in the foot. Lengthen to inhale and sink to exhale. Second cycle of 3. Bring in the foot and sink. Beautiful. Third cycle of carry the ball to the side as we're moving everything towards the left here. Sink it. Wind up. Release your right heel. Same thing. Last one this direction. No hurry, no place to go. We're in a moving meditation, but having fun. If the ultimate goal of meditation is joy, that's what we're moving towards. Have fun with this. Last one. Double ground it. We're going to hydrate now. Have your water ready to go. I'll take you through a couple groundings here. Up to the head. Up to the sun that will come sometime. And all the way up to the sky. And slowly down like the rain. Perfect time to hydrate. Our next 2 moves are push, pull, and pulling in the energy. They were also originally companion moves. So ready to ground, to shift to your right, to release your left heel, and push with the heel of the hand out and up with the fingers and back to the heart, turning the palms. Inhaling there. Push, pull. Giving and receiving energy that always returns to the heart. So inhaling back, exhaling forward. 3 more. Bring in your left foot. Single grounding, one more time to your heart here. And there's your exhale. Now shift left to bring the right heel forward. Inhale first before you push. Exhale down. Fingertips are up. Turning the wrists on the inhale to return to your heart. Two more. Beautiful. Feels great. Bring the foot back in on your right side. Single ground it. Shift right. Release the left. I'm sorry. Shift left. Release the right. Push. Pull. I just got to thinking about waves because we have huge waves out here. And I got to thinking, this is like waves. And here's the top of the crest of the wave, and it returns to the heart like the waves come down and break in the shore. And the waves return to the heart on the inhale. And bring the foot back in. And we'll double ground it. You always want to make sure that you're safely on shore. And this next one is pulling in the energy from the farthest star. Shift right to bring your left heel forward. And the palms this time are up, pulling in the energy from the most distant star and feeling it in the fingertips. Here's your inhale. And right opposite the heart is your exhale. It's why this was originally the companion piece to push-pull, because they're opposites. Here you inhale first and exhale second, right opposite the heart. And this also is meant to be a visualization, that you visualize something that you want deeply. Peace in the heart, perhaps, peace in the world, whatever, however big you want to make it. Three more. Bring that energy in through your fingers and maybe in through your toes. Last one on your left. Bring the foot back in. Inhale and exhale. Shift your left. Release your right heel. Fingertips are up, pulling in the energy from the most distant star you can imagine. That brings hope to the heart. In the new year, which is very soon. Last one of pulling in the energy. Inhale to double ground it. Basic Taffy is next. Left hand under right elbow. The palms pulled across like moving through heavy water, but it's heavy air. Basic Taffy, like sticky candy, perhaps made at the holiday. Feel that pull in your tummy as you exhale there. Use your abdominal muscles. The hand that's underneath is your invite hand. It's saying we're going this way, to your left or to your right. And the last one here will take us to the left. Beautiful. Okay, we're up to our second one of the whole 4 parts of a basic Taffy. This is the first variation. Anchor Taffy. You're anchoring your right foot. You're going to bring your left forward and your left hand's underneath. Sink it down on the exhale. And now take it to the left. Beautiful. Now your left foot will be the anchor. You're going to move forward with your boat, which is yourself. Open it out. And then take your whole boat to the right with your right hand underneath. Anchor Taffy. Switches each time with a forward shift followed by the side to side Taffy. And the anchor will always be either forward or staying on the ground because you're shifting who's on first here. So now your left foot's on first. It's come forward. And it brings everything to the side. And now we switch the anchor. The left puts the anchor. And then it's going to pull in now as you come to the side. And one more of Anchor Taffy. And your left hand is under, bringing us to the left, which is home base. Double ground it. Anchor Taffy is the first variation. Now we come to Circles Taffy, which is the second. Sinking and rising. And then on the third one, you're going to bring it to the side. Sink, rise, sink, rise, sink, wind up, left hand under, and pull it towards the left. Inhale and sink. Wind up here and pull it to the right. Right hand's under. Sink. It's like jumping rope. Here you give the rope to somebody else. And then you start again. Right hand under, pull it to the right. Sink. And last one. Beautiful. It was so nice. Let's double the ground that one. We've got one variation left. Let's take it up to the head. I like to do multiple groundings when things are getting exciting. Bring it up above that. Sink it down really slowly on your exhale. And take it up even higher this time. And slowly down. When you run out of breath, don't worry about it. Just breathe somehow. And shake it out. Our last variation is perpetual motion taffy. It goes quite a few times here. So anytime you do get tired, you can always sit. So take care of yourself. This has a heel step here. The heel comes down and then it moves through the whole foot to the front of it. And your underneath hand is your invite hand, always switching. And theoretically, you want to add the heart protector move, which comes from the top of the arm down without touching. Or we've said you could imagine that you're petting a cat here that jumps from one shoulder to the other. You're actually not touching yourself at all, but it's energy between the arms, the forearms, and the hands. And the heel step is adding a little kick here. Not literally, but a little more kick of energy here. Perpetual motion taffy. We can slow it down. It's even more energetic because your breath has to lengthen. Beautiful. Wow, that's really good, you guys. 2 more. And inhale and sink it through the earth. Take it up to the heart and down towards the feet. As we come into our next move, the tappies are done. We're coming to working the pulley. Your left hand will come forward. Your left leg will come forward. Your right hand is underneath the hip. And you're essentially doing that crawl stroke we did at the beginning with Qigong. You might want to swivel on the back ball of the foot and on the front heel so that the knee, the hip, and the ankle stay together. We'll make our crawl stroke very delicate today. Why not? Notice how the heel of the hand, when the left hand is forward, there's the exhale, and that left hand's going to come back right under the hip, the palm up. And the other side is just going to follow as the companion hand, whatever the left hand does. Beautiful. Let's bring that left foot back in. Sink it through the earth. Single grounding. And now bring the right hand forward and the left hand will come underneath the hip like that. Okay. And your breath is going to be dictated by or suggested by the right hand. Exhale here and inhale back. That hip will come back with that hand. And that's what turns the body, is that breath and movement connection, which is the effect of really thinking this as the chi that we've been cultivating through the whole practice. It's like the prana in yoga, but there's nothing like this that I've discovered in my life so far. A lot of chi in this practice. And let's do this last one here really slowly to feel that beautiful turn. And bring in the foot and double ground it. As we come to light at the top of the head, light at the temple with your feet in a V, using the highest dantian here. Exhale down. Bringing the palms over the crown of the head, which is the back of the skull, and sink and rise. Hold the palms together. Inhale here. Feel their connection by circling them with the fingertips up. Inhale. Sink and rise 3 times. Let it go, all that beautiful energy you have at your head, your most creative side. Hold it again, and we'll sink and rise once more. And this time we'll let it go into the earth, back to our hearts with our left hand higher than the right. Inhale, sink it down, feet back in a V if they slipped away. Light at the temple is next. Right behind the ears there, your temples. And sink and rise. Hold the energy here and circle it. Take a breath in and sink and rise and let it go. Into the earth and back to our hearts. For joyous breath. Coming up to the balls of the feet 4 times out. Make it joyous. It's a very masculine move. Have fun. And last one. Slowly ground this one. Double ground it. Feet in a V, passing clouds. and back to rest. Double ground it. Six healing sounds. Heart is ho. Spleen is hu. Liver is tsu. Lungs are sh. Triple heater is shi. And the last for the kidneys is tree. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Tree. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. 5 trees. Tree. Turn the palms upside down. Heel step. Tree. 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 Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites. Coming into cosmic consciousness pose, your left heel to your right ankle bone. Coming into the tree from yoga. Come down from there, bring the left hand close to the heart, open the chest. Looking through the window of eternity and over it. Interlace the palms at the fingers together. In gratitude, 9,000 years plus of Qigong, the connections of yoga across the trade routes, and the work of Wen Shan Wang, teacher of Justin Stone and Justin Stone's Tai Chi Cha, 19 movements and 1 pose. In gratitude. Thank you all so much.